All right, in this problem, we're selling tickets to a play. If we buy the tickets in advance, they're $4 each, but at the door, they're $5 each. 500 tickets were sold, and there was $2,115 in sales. And we're trying to figure out basically how many of each type of ticket were sold. So I've set up a guess and check table here. And let's just guess. I've got number of tickets sold in advance, the revenue brought in by those tickets, the number of tickets sold at the door, the revenue brought in by those tickets, and then total revenue. Total revenue over here. So let's just pick a number like, I don't know, 200. 200 tickets in advance. 200 times 4 is $800. That means that the remaining 300 tickets, in fact, let's write this out as that. This is 800 times, I want to write this out from the beginning. If it's 200, then it would be 4 times 200, which equals 800. And over here we would have, let's see, 500 minus 200 is 300. Yeah, see, and revenue from that would be 300 times 5, which equals 1,500, and 1,500 and 800 is 2,300 total. So our revenue is too big. See, if it's too big, that probably means that there are too many at the door tickets. So it should be more advanced tickets. So let's make it 300. So let's see, 300. And then so our revenue is 300 times 4, which is 1,200. Our at the door tickets would be 500 minus 300, which would be 200. And 200 times 5 is 1,000. So 1,200 and 1,000 is 2,200. Still too high, but getting closer. Let's try 400. So let's see here. 400 times 4 each is 1,600. At the door tickets, so it'd be the remaining 100 tickets. And our revenue brought in by those would be times 5, or 500. So 1,600 plus 500 is 2,100. Oh, now we're just a little bit under. So here we're a little over, here we're a little under. So if we're a little under, then we need to have larger sales, which means we need to increase the number of at the door tickets. So let's bring it down. I think we're really only $15 away here. Here's a thought. If we have $15 in sales under, and need $15 more in sales, what would happen if I sold 5 more at the door tickets? Or 15 more at the door tickets? Which would mean 115 of these, which would mean 385 of these. So now I'll start writing my calculator. 385 times 4 is 1,540. So if I sell 385 tickets in advance, I'll make $1,540. 115 remaining tickets will be sold at $5. That's $575. For a total of plus 1,540, 2,115. So check. We found our magic number of tickets. So there are 385 advanced tickets sold, 115 at door tickets sold. Now, we want to look at how to do this using an equation instead of this guess and check process. So if we call the number of tickets, advanced tickets sold, X. The revenue brought in them, well, what did we do with X? We multiplied it by 4, because it was $4 each. So that would be 4X. See, at the door tickets, well, that was what was left out of the 500. So this would be 500 minus X. I want to put this in parentheses. The reason I want to put that in parentheses is because we want to calculate the revenue from those tickets, which is this number times $5 per ticket, or $5 times 500 minus X. And for our total, we're just adding together this column and that column. So T is for total, equals 4X plus 5 times 500 minus X. We could do a little simplifying here, but we don't worry about it right now. So, and then I can use this equation to solve for any particular amount of money. In particular, since we're solving for a particular amount, $21.15. So if I replace total with $2,115, make that 4X plus 500 minus X. Let's see. That's 4X, a little distributive property. 5 times 2,500 minus 5X equals, 4X and negative 5X is a negative X. I'll subtract 2,500 from each side. 2,500, 385. So we get negative 385 equals negative X, or 385 equals X. Tickets sold in advance. Now, in this particular case, we went through the guess and check table first, found our answer, but just the reason for going through the guess and check table was to kind of see the pattern. If you could think it through and figure out what the equation is without doing the guess and check table, then this process is a lot faster. And again, all you're doing is setting up and thinking, well, this is X's advance tickets. Well, 4 times X will be revenue from advance tickets. And then 500 minus X is the at-the-door tickets, because it's the remaining tickets, 500 minus whatever you took out in advance, times $5 each, add them together to get a total, then replace the total with any number I'm trying to find out about, and I can figure out how many advance tickets were sold. Alrighty, and that is the advance tickets problem.